but if you can hear me, stick me, because I'm gonna make it work. I will make it work. I just need to figure out how to make it work. Let's see here. Hi, hopefully this is working. Sorry about that. We will probably have interruptions like that occasionally on the stream. Sorry. I'm trying to make it all work. Oh my goodness. So many comments are coming in. Millie says, hi, Chris. Callie says it's paused. Sorry about it. Molly says it's not loading, but it should be working now. Okay, hi everyone, hi. So I'm starting off a new project where I will be building 4 guitars simultaneously in an effort to create awareness and an effort to raise money for those in need during the time that we are in a pandemic. So people are stuck at home. I wanted to give them something to watch. And while doing that at the same time, I thought that I could use my resources to reach out to you guys and see how you would like to contribute and what and give you the opportunity to contribute both in ideas and in spreading the word and in making donations. So in this video, I have, I think it's feedingamerica.org, I believe is what I linked in the description. You can go to there, check them out, and see if you would like to donate. If you are one of the people that has lost their jobs or is feeling the strain of this right now, this isn't for you to donate, this is for you to take it in. So this is really, I want to create comfort for those people, but also give the opportunity for those who maybe are working from home, whose livelihood hasn't seemed that affected by this, and that just want to do something but don't know what to do. This is your opportunity to reach out and help other people. So my plan for this whole thing, hi Harper. I was just told to say hi Harper. Jared, hello. So the plan for this whole thing is over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to be building some guitars. Some of the guitars I'm going to give to people that watch the videos or that just as a special gift. I will be giving guitars away. I might auction a guitar to raise money for something. I might give the guitar to somebody that needs additional awareness for what they're going through, to try and help promote just goodness and giving. So anyway, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the 4 guitars that I have. They're 2 and 2, 2 of one style guitar, 2 of another style guitar. And these are the guitars I will be working with. And I wanna open it up to you, either in the chat here on the live, or if you're watching this later, in the comment section. I wanna know what you think I should do with the guitars. I wanna know what charities you would like to see promoted on here, because I would like this to be, we're a community. Even though a lot of us are in isolation right now, social distancing, I want us to come together as a community and do nice things. So that's the whole point of this. So here we go. I'm gonna show you the kits. They come in these big boxes like this. And I have 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna open them up on here. We might do some sanding together. We might do some painting together. I'm not sure what we'll have time to do, but I will be opening these up. So anyway, the things that I'm thinking I'm going to be promoting for charities would be things that would, in the immediate, help out New York. New York is in a way right now. I would love to find ways of helping the first responders, helping people who might be out of work, helping people that are, helping the medical industry with what's going on and the load that they're taking on right now. So any thoughts that you have on that would be great. Trisha is saying my voice is out of sync with my words. I'm sorry about that. I don't have any control over what YouTube's doing with my face, but I will keep plowing through and hopefully it'll line up. St. Jude's is being suggested by Jared. That's a really good suggestion. Another thing I want to say is if in these videos we don't end up donating to something that you are really passionate about, that's okay. I encourage you to go donate to that thing. Instead of, I'm noticing a lot of people are trying to help and trying to do good, and then they get criticized for that. I'm not going to be able to donate to everything. It's just not possible for me to promote everything and donate to everything. So if there is something, I would like you in a kind way to state it in the comments, because someone might read that comment and then they go donate. This is a place to talk about stuff. So don't get upset if I don't like shout out your particular cause. But be active and go support that cause. Go do something for that cause. I totally think that that's awesome. I just don't want people angry because somebody else gets something and somebody else doesn't. This is, we're helping things here. Sam Court is saying the actor's fun. Jared is saying animal charities. That's a really good idea as well. So anyway, here we go. Let's open up the first guitar. Let's check it out. And these are things that I'm going to be building. I'm starting them today, but I'm going to be working on them throughout the next couple of weeks. And so the videos you're going to be seeing are me working on these guitars, and each video I will be shouting out some charity, some organization, something that is going to bring some good, because I feel like I'm doing the best that I can by social distancing, but I think I can do some more. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is just some more. So I would love to help support doctors and so on. Make-A-Wish, that's a really good one to do. That's who suggested that? Still Able? Okay, here we go. Let's see what's inside box number 1. And I have not opened these yet, so I don't know exactly what's going to be in them. But it should be fun. Someone wants me to say hi to Jack. It's going by quick. No Kid Hungry. That's from Rachel Wolf. I love that suggestion. That's a really good one. Here we go. Okay, we got instructions and wiring diagrams. That's exciting. Some guitars don't come with this, so I'm excited about this. This is going to be a Telecaster style guitar, it looks like. Yes. This is the same style guitar that I made my sister Colleen's guitar out of. I did a pie thing on hers. If you haven't seen that yet, you can check it out. There are videos of me building it. This looks like it's made with maybe 3 pieces of wood, 4 pieces of wood. But it looks like a real good solid body. I'm excited to play with that. Here's all of the hardware and wiring that I'm gonna need. And then the neck. This neck is different than the one that I built for Colleen, because Colleen's was an all maple neck. It had a maple fretboard. This one has rosewood on it. I can already tell that I'm gonna need to clean these up quite a bit. Basically, on the frets, what they do in the factories is they just kind of chop them off. They kind of do it at an angle, so it's a little comfortable, but I can feel on this right here, like you can kind of see that my fingers getting stuck as I go through. Basically, I'm gonna come in with a file and round all these off so that I can actually play this with some sort of speed. But this is a beautiful neck. I'm excited to build this guitar. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see what the next guitar is looking like. Here's the next one. This is fun. This is like Christmas morning for me, opening these guitars and thinking about giving them away to people, giving them as gifts to people. That's my favorite thing about this channel, is opening the guitars. Well, I like everything about this channel, let's be honest. I like decorating the guitars, I like building the guitars, and I like giving the guitars away. Do an online giveaway that get in there, but I will be looking for people that share, that talk about it, that are excited about the event that I'm sort of creating here. and sharing their thoughts on it and donating and all that stuff. So I that's where I'm going to be looking for people, but it's not like a traditional giveaway in that way. The comments have stopped streaming through. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, so if you can, let me know before I open up this next one. I don't want to open it with no one watching. So in the meantime, I'm going to take a sip of coffee from this awesome mug that my daughter got me. Okay, comments are in. Thank you so much. Okay, I want to read a couple comments before I open the next one. Lucy says, we can see you. The Refuge Center, who said that? Who said that? Chloe Weir, very good, good suggestion. Rachel Wolf's suggesting that I make a gymnastics guitar for Parker. That's a fun idea. Human Rights Watch, that's from Kai D. Feed the Children, Octavia's suggesting that. I think that got suggested earlier or something like that. But definitely we'll get something going for families that are in need and kids that are in need. Quinn suggesting that I do a Disney guitar. That's a really good idea. I had an idea. I want to hear what you guys think of it. I would love to follow a Bob Ross tutorial on a guitar and see what comes out of that. I won't be able to do it exactly because he uses oil paints and you can't lacquer oil paints very easily. So I will have to come up with some other way to follow along. But a few people are saying yes. So that's, yeah, cool. Love that idea. Oh yeah, yes, that's from Rosie, and Elizabeth says yes. So, okay, so that might be one of the guitars. I'm not sure which guitar it's gonna be. 100% yes. All right, I love all these, I love that you guys are excited about that idea. It was just kind of an idea that I had. And then I also had another idea. I'm not sure if this one's a great idea or not, but I did want to do one with an Italy theme. Italy got hit really bad by this virus, and I know people that live there and their business is 100% just shut down. And I would love to do something I think the scene would be very cool on a guitar. So I think that would be really cool and sort of raise awareness for what's going on there as well. Declan's saying the Red Cross would be a good thing to do. And that would be, yes, I agree. Make one for a local doctor or medical staff, please. That's from Dell. I think that's a great idea, to find some medical staff that really needs it, they're working so hard right now, and doing such a great job. So I would love to do anything that I can to help them out as well. Hopefully we didn't get paused just there. It says that the time code's still going, and I want to open up the next guitar. So I'm really sorry if the connection's not great. I am doing this from my garage. But let's open up the next guitar. This is the next one. I'm not sure what's in this one, but let's find out. All right, here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, also has the wiring instructions. This is interesting. This is the same kind of guitar. I guess I must have gotten it from a different manufacturer or something. But it looks like the pickguard is already in place, and some of the construction's already been done here. So this is the pickguard. And let's see, do the holes line up? They're pretty close. I hope this isn't a return. But you see how this pickup's already put in here? All this in the other one was separate. So this has the pickguard already installed, or the pickup already installed on the pickguard, which will go right here eventually. And then this piece here, which has the other thing, it goes in right here, the other thing. Pickup. The other pickup goes back here. So this is another one that's just like Colleen's guitar. It is a Telecaster style guitar. Telecaster is a guitar that was originally made by a company called Fender, and a lot of other guitar companies sort of copied the shape. This is sort of the generic body shape, and then what makes them different is the components that are in them, as well as the headstock. And this kit comes with the headstock a little bit extra, has a little bit of extra wood on it, so I can carve this into whatever shape I want. And that's kind of a cool little thing with the with these kits. This one also has the rosewood. It also needs a little bit of cleanup. But yeah, this is another beautiful neck. And oh, interesting. Okay. So I might need to do a little repair work on this. It looks like there's a little split right here. So before I even start painting, I might need to do a little bit of repair work. It doesn't look like the wood was joined very well right here. I don't know if that's something I can fix or not, but we shall see. All right, I want to hop back into the comments before I continue here. Make a chicken one from your mom. That's from Olivia. Maybe I will. So part of this whole thing is these guitars are specifically for the creating awareness and creating relief for COVID-19 and those affected by it. So what I would like to do with these is ship them to people instead of do the formal gifting of the guitar. To be completely honest with you, I already have several guitars that are almost done that I can't actually give to the people that I'm making them for because of the restrictions here in California. I'm not supposed to go visit other people. So I'm doing my part and not doing any of that. I'm not going to other people's houses, but I have some guitars that are ready to go, and I haven't posted the videos for them yet because I want to film that final reveal before I start posting the videos and potentially give away the surprise. So in the meantime, while we're in quarantine, while we're social distancing, I want to build these and then send them in the mail to people. So either people that watch the videos, people who I think could auction it off, or maybe auction one of them off for charity. That's what these guitars are for. So the chicken guitar is something that has been suggested, and I think it's a great idea. But since I know my mom and know where she lives, and I can actually give her the guitar once the restrictions have been lifted on us here in California, I will probably save that project and not use these guitars for that. Use these guitars for you guys, or some organization that can auction them off. So so that's a really, really good idea. Theater guitar for the Actors Fund, that's a great suggestion. And your comment disappeared on me, so I can't tell you exactly who suggested that, but that was great. Alex O'Brien, a Target guitar for me. Just kidding, haha, but definitely something. Yes, I think that that's a good idea, actually. The people that are working at Target, people who are working at Walmart, people who are working at all the grocery stores, you're on the front lines and it's incredible that you're still working, that you're still putting yourself at risk in order to provide for the community what is necessary. You're working so hard. And I think, I actually don't think that's a terrible idea, to do one that's sort of saying thank you to all the people that are working in grocery stores right now. James is saying, make a guitar for your wife with all the kids' faces on it. That's a good idea. Let's see, a toilet paper guitar. That's from Zach Plays Drums. That's a funny idea too. I could do like sort of the shape of it, and then like a piece kind of going up to the side. I'd have to change out the entire body, but that might be cool. I think I have some body blanks that I could do that with. I could just use all the components from the guitar and put them into a toilet paper guitar. That's a fun idea. Emma wants me to make a succulent guitar for Eric. That's a very good idea. Do the New York skyline. That's from Amy Camille is saying that. That's a really good idea as well. That would be beautiful. We could do like a spray paint art sort of thing with the New York skyline. New York's getting hit really hard right now. And my heart goes out to the people of New York. The people of New York are just amazing people. I love visiting New York and just talking with people and being a part of that city in New York City. That city life that is there is so cool. I love visiting New York, and my heart goes out to them right now for all that they're going through. And it seems like your governor's doing a great job. I don't know. I'm impressed when I hear the mayor and the governor speak, and they're really trying their best. There's a lot that goes into all of this stuff, and it's very, very cool to see people working so hard for other people. Amelia Rose, please hydro dip a guitar. Rachel, my sister Rachel, actually sent me a video of somebody doing that, and it looks so cool. I would love to do that. That would be really, really fun. I'd have to do a little research and test out some stuff, but that would be really cool. Okay, all right. Let's open up the next guitar. Speaking of guitars, we've got 2 more to open up, and then I can start kind of working on it. I'm not sure how long I'll be live here, but I'm gonna work on the guitars for as long as I am live, and it'll be fun. Coffee break. All right, here we go. Next guitar. So this guitar, I have a feeling I know what's in here, because I ordered 2 of one kind of guitar and 2 of another kind of guitar. And I'm actually really excited about this one because I have never built one of these before. This is a new style of guitar that I have not built. So, all right. So it looks like so far all of these have been from the company, the Fretwire, which is a good company. I ordered these off of Amazon. Just because it was easiest. But the Fretwire is a company that I think made the one that I made for Colleen as well. So these are quality really good. Colleen's actually one of my favorite guitars to play that I've built. All right. Yes, okay. This is exciting. This is a Stratocaster style guitar. Stratocaster was also made by the same company, Fender. This is sort of the iconic electric guitar. Every buddy, like if you ask them to draw a guitar, typically they're gonna draw this guitar. I think I made a birthday cake in the shape of this guitar once. But this has a really cool shape to it, this like nice body cutout, so that when you're playing it's really comfortable, as well as this sort of flattened out edge here. It's kind of hard to see that, but that's also part of it. Really pretty grain in this guitar. So I don't know if a sort of a sunburst or stain is gonna work best for this. It looks like the pick guard is already pre-wired, so it's a lot less wiring to do. This is gonna be mostly about the painting of the guitar. So that's cool. Put that back in there. And then over here we have all the additional electric components. There will be some soldering that I'll have to do to connect like the jack where it connects to the amp. And it looks like this has a tremolo system as well, so that's gonna be fun to mess with. And right here is the neck. Again, you'll see that I've got that extra space, and it also has the rosewood fretboard. Very pretty fretboard on that. That's gonna be really fun to build. What do you specifically think should go on this guitar? What sort of design work should I do for this guitar? I'd like to know in the chat if you have any suggestions. I would love to hear it. I'm gonna put this away. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna set it over here. Set it over here. You may have noticed that I actually own a Fender version of this guitar. Like this is a finished one of those. So this is the same kind of guitar right here. This is like one of my favorite guitars to play. It's a Fender Stratocaster. This one's made in Mexico. The made in USA ones are very expensive. So, but this one, I love it. It's like so fun to play. It's such a great guitar. And it's really loud if you plug it in, but it's really quiet if you don't. So, so it's good for at home. I'm not disturbing everyone by practicing, but then I can plug it in and yeah, rock out. Anyway, let's put this back. All right. Somebody's saying Italy for that guitar. Let's see, who's that? Cody's Sammy. Thank you for that that suggestion. What else do we have? Jimi Hendrix White. That's from Jack Hunter. Yes, the Stratocaster is synonymous with Jimi Hendrix. That's primarily what he played in a lot of the footage that you see of him. Every once in a while, there's a different guitar floating around there, but he typically played with a right-handed Stratocaster turned the other way and restrung a different way than it's typically strung. So he would play that guitar. I would play it like this. He played it like this, but it was the same shaped guitar. And he is a hero of mine when it comes to music. Like the things that he figured out how to do with his instrument, fantastic, very, very cool. Love Jimi Hendrix. Let's see. You should do a Christopher's Garage tour during this time. That's a good suggestion. Who said that? Who said that? I'm going back. Elena? That is a good suggestion. I actually am going to be doing a formal video of a guitar tour of just showing my guitars. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually redid all this area back here recently, and I made a video of myself doing that. That'll come out in a little bit. I'm not sure when. And then a tour of the actual like workspace and where my tools are and stuff. But since the pandemic is happening right now, I wanted to hurry up and get relief out to people and the word out to people of things that are important. So that's why I'm doing these first. I had already recorded a video for today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on posting that. Maybe I'll post it as a bonus video at some point, midweek or something like that, if you guys are interested in that. But for right now, I would like to help out in any way that I can with what's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of people that are hurting, a lot of people that are worried. If we can offer some comfort, if we can offer some assistance, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. And I would like to encourage you to do the same if you're able to. If you're not, don't feel bad taking the assistance. Don't feel bad like accepting the help and the encouragement, because it's for you. That's what is going on here. So, yeah. Katie Maria says a COVID-19 guitar. What would that be? What I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do the actual virus itself. I don't know. What is that? How do we do that? Make a guitar for doctors and the health system, or for me. Yeah, that would be okay as well. That's from Fiona. Yes, we will be definitely doing something for the people that are working in the health system, the nurses and doctors that are out there. I want to do something to help them out, because I don't have the expertise. Like I feel this helplessness here with this situation. It seems like the best thing you can do right now is stay at home and not potentially spread anything. So that's what I'm doing. But I feel like the that thing inside of you that wants to help other people feels like it's not enough. And it is. It's a hard thing to do. It's a sacrifice that you're making to stay home. But I feel like there's more that I can do, and that's what this is. That's why I'm doing this. Yes. Christy wants a New York skyline on the guitar that I just opened. That is a really good idea. I think that would be really cool. It could even wrap around all the way from the front to the back, and just the whole skyline would be really, really cool. Some cool like street art style spray paint New York skyline would be amazing. let's see. Olivia, the Earth, because everyone on Earth is getting affected. That's a really good idea as well. It's true. I mean, this is something that that is affecting everyone, and it's an interesting opportunity for all of us to get together and work together and have a common goal and realize that we're all people and that we need to take care of each other and love one another. I think that that's very true. Yes. Jared saying airport workers and pilots and TSA employees. That's a very good suggestion. I'll look for a fund that has something to do with that is offering support to people like that. So Maggie's asking, is it possible, not for the stream, but a video in the future to make a small guitar for children and put Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on there for Duncan? That's a really good suggestion. Yeah, these guitars are, that one is Duncan's and that one is Jacob's, and they won them at Dave & Buster's. But it would be really fun to work on one for them. They have these little electric guitars kits that are really cool, and I've been eyeing them. So I might do one of those in the future too. Delaney's saying stay-at-home guitar. That's a good suggestion. And that's another thing with this video series is I'm trying to make some longer content, some more in-depth content that you can watch while you're staying at home, because you can kind of get stir crazy staying at home. And so doing something like this might alleviate some of that, make the time pass a little better, and give you the opportunity to either share it or to donate to help, to do something that helps. So, okay, we've got one more guitar to open, and we will open it up real quick and then maybe do some work on these guitars in the live, which sounds fun to me. All right, last box. I think this is gonna be the same as the other one that we just opened. It's another Stratocaster, I believe. And the reason I chose these two guitars is because they have a lot of space for me to paint on. Yes, very similar. Let's see how the grain is on this. Ooh, this is interesting. All right, so same style, pre-wired. And this has this interesting like knot in the wood there. You don't typically see that on a guitar. And it looks like I'm gonna need to do a little wood filler here because there's actually like a hole in the guitar right here that's not supposed to be there. The grain on here is really cool though on the back, but the front needs some work. So the front, I'm gonna need to sand it down a lot, and then I'm also going to need to fill that in. And so this one's probably gonna be mainly a paint job. Like I won't try and stain this or anything like that. This is gonna be more of a cool painting. And I have to decide if I'm gonna keep the pick guard. This is a 3-ply black and white pick guard. That's pretty standard for these. Or what I could do, well, I don't know if I could do that with this because you've got this big gaping hole. I was gonna say I could do like a clear one and let the painting show through the backside as well. But I think a better option would be for me to actually take all the hardware out and paint the actual pick guard with a really, really tough paint that won't scratch off. So anyway, these are the kinds of things I think about when I open these up. Like what are the limitations? This guitar obviously needs some filler, unless I was gonna carve into the guitar some sort of design, but that knot makes it kind of hard to do that. So I'm just sort of gauging the guitar visualizing stuff, but this is another Stratocaster style guitar. Stratocaster has this part of the neck and get those high notes going. Okay. Here's the neck. Feels good. It's a good neck. Again, gonna work on the frets a little bit. The frets are a little sharp. Just a little, like not too sharp. Like I don't think you'd really hurt yourself playing this, but they are a little, slide your hand across it without it being uncomfortable. So I'll just make this more comfortable for whoever gets it. Again, we've got the two different kinds of wood. The back of the neck is made of maple, and then the top is made of rosewood. And when I oil this up and shine the frets, this is gonna look so cool. It's gonna just be such a beautiful, beautiful neck for the guitar. And then I can carve this however. And all the hardware is in here. So, let's see. What should we do, a Telecaster first or should we do a Stratocaster first? Those are the two types of guitars we have here. So I'm going to open it up to you. Do you want me to work on a Stratocaster right now or a Telecaster? You can tell me in the chat which one you'd rather do. And if you don't remember, I'll show you both of them. Okay, so this is the Telecaster shape, very basic shape, classic guitar, love this guitar. And then this is the Stratocaster, also known as a Strat. Sometimes people call this a Tele. And both of those guitar names are actually from the company Fender, which is a great guitar company, but and typically if it's not from them, you say it's a T-style guitar or an S-style guitar. So we've got that. I'm gonna put these back for now while I read some of your comments. This is fun. Usually I'm in the workshop alone, and I know technically I still am, but I do feel like I'm talking to somebody because you guys are commenting, which is great. Put this away. All right. Strat. A lot of strats. S-style. Tele from Kate. Sabrina is saying T-style guitar. Hurley is saying Strat. Kate is saying Tele. Clea is saying love from France, which is not a Strat or a Tele, but I will take the love from France. Thank you. I miss you, France. I wish I was in France right now. Mrs. M is saying Tele. Brooke A is saying Strat. Clea is saying Strat. A lot of Strats, a lot of Telecasters. See, that's the thing, is how do you choose? How do you choose which one? I think we got to do both at the same time. I think that that's the only way to really do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do both. Is that okay with everyone? I hope that's all right. Let's see. The Transformers Nation England says hi. Hello, England. I miss you. I was planning a trip to England, and I don't know. It might happen, it might not. But I was planning one for next year, and we'll see what happens. And I'm sorry to hear about the people in government getting sick. Your prime minister and the prince. It's terrible. So sorry. And I hope that your whole country is doing their part and staying safe. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get both of these going. So I'm gonna take one of the boxes and I'm gonna pull this back a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I have this really cool, I'll try and show it to you. This really cool arm that that holds my camera. You're gonna see a messy garage over here. But this thing is so cool. I can put the camera literally anywhere and let go of it and it stays there. Such a cool invention. Basically just like a lamp, like a desk lamp thing, but with an extra arm on it. And it holds the my phone in this case, or a camera, anywhere that I put it, it just is there. It's really cool. Okay, here we go. All right, so one telly, and let's do this other strap here. One telly, one Strat. And I'm gonna pull you guys back even further, I think, for now, so you can kind of see what's happening up here too. All right. So first thing we need to do, oh, you're all crooked now. Sorry about that. It's a little better. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is sand these, and so we're gonna get some sandpaper and sand them. I think I'm gonna start off with a medium grit, because they're already pretty well sanded. I mean, you can definitely feel it, feel that it's kind of rough, but I don't think if I went in with a coarse sandpaper, I think I would scratch it up too much. So I'm gonna do a medium. And I'll do a little bit of sanding, and then we'll hop back into the comments there. But let's see. I'm gonna number both of these so that you can kind of track what they're doing. They already have a number, but I'm gonna put my own number in. So this telly is gonna be number 1, and this Strat is gonna be number 2. So if you want, in the comment section, this is number 1 right here, this is the Telecaster. This is number 2 over here, this is the Stratocaster. If you want, in the comment section, if you have an idea for either one of these guitars, you can throw it in the chat. Throw your idea. For guitar number 1, I want to see this happen. For guitar number 2, I want to see this happen. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So you can already see all this dust coming off. That's how rough this was to start off. And the smoother I get it, I didn't realize this until later, but the smoother I get the wood before I even start putting paint on it, and the more I keep up with the sanding as I paint it, the more smooth the finish is. So any struggles that I was having, like I had a lot of struggles with the Weislife's guitar's finish. I really wanted it to be like super shiny, and I got it kind of shiny, but I could have gotten it like glassy smooth, and this first step is crucial for that, and I didn't realize that when I first started making guitars. Also, sanding is one of my least favorite parts of doing a guitar build or any building. Sanding, it was the job my dad always gave me, and I don't think he like knew that it bothered me as much, but it was always like, really, I'm gonna do the sanding on this job, not the like hammering. I'm good at I can hit things with a hammer. I can do that, but he always wanted me to do the sanding. Probably because I was little. Oh yeah, that's already feeling better. Nice. So the face of this is already feeling better. Let's hit this one real quick. The face of this one. You'll notice with these two guitars that the Telecaster is much more flat. Like it's just like flat edges. There's a little bit of roundness to the edges, but it's pretty flat. The Strat is this wavy, wonderful, like curvy thing. So there's not really a face to it. It sort of morphs into the sides and things like that. So This you sand more kind of as a whole unit, whereas this I can kind of section it off and know, you know, where I left off last time. But I'll do my best with this. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's feeling nice. That's feeling nice. Okay, I want to hop back into the comments, to the chat here real quick. Come back here, guys, so I can see you and read your comments. All right, let's see here. Hi, welcome back to the close-up shot. Flag of different countries for 1 and lightning for 2. So for this one, who suggested that? I want to give you guys shout outs. Brooke A is suggesting that this one gets flags of different countries and this one gets lightning. Like just lightning all over it. That's such a rock and roll, awesome idea to just have a lightning. So that's cool. What else we got? Yana wants advice for fixing guitar necks and nuts video. I'm not an expert at that. I'm still learning. That's the whole point of this channel is for me to learn things. So I'm still learning. But I will say that the more specialized your files are, I feel like the better it's going to turn out if you do need to lower the nut. Raising the nut's a lot harder. You just need to buy a new nut and then file it down to where you want it. And then the neck is like, if there's a twist in the neck, that's really hard to get out. The main things that you can do to help a guitar that are kind of easy is dealing with the frets and dealing with the truss rod. The truss rod is your best friend with the neck. Emily wants flames for 2. Should they come up this way? Like this? That kind of flames? Anna is got a good suggestion, a prom guitar. And I know that a lot of you are missing prom during this whole shutdown. So that is actually a really good idea. I don't know what I would do because proms have different themes. So like it depends on the prom that you go to, but a prom guitar is a very, very good idea. Who said happy late birthday? Brooke is saying happy late birthday. Thank you. Dell is saying a medical logo, a WHO logo, the Italian flag or scene, stay at home, wash hands design, earth. Those are all extremely good suggestions. Emma is saying New York skyline for 1 and earth for 2. That's a good suggestion as well. A mask for 1, that's from Josie. That's a good idea. Put a medical mask on there. Let's see here. Maddie wants Disney and Star Wars. That's a good suggestion as well. Yana, 2 hand sanitizer and toilet paper. Okay. A bar of soap. Earth as a bar of soap. That's from Giovanna P209. Good suggestion. Let's see. Mel's mission is saying positive vibe design for 2. Positive vibe for this one here. I'm gonna keep you in kind of the close here so that I can read your comments as I'm sanding a little bit. I'm sorry if the sanding noise bothers you. Sometimes it bothers people. It used to bother me a lot, so I feel you on that. But that's just the stage in the work that I'm at right now. So I have to sand these if I'm going to continue working on them during this. So yeah, there you go. But I'm going to keep it here so I can keep reading your comments. Let's see here. Louise D, earth with a mask on it. That's a good idea. Sydney loves the sanding. A little ASMR guitar build is happening here. So there you go. I'm glad you like the sanding. It's a sound that I had a hard time with personally for a long time. Donate to Meals on Wheels. That's from Amy. That's a good idea. If you're just joining us, or if you didn't see the beginning, I do have a place to donate for Feeding America in the description of this video. I'm just encouraging people to go donate there. And all the videos that are coming up with these 4 guitars that I'm building, I'm going to be putting different links to different places. I'm trying to get there's like a donate button that YouTube does, but it's only for certain channels, and I am talking with them trying to get a button on this channel. It might not happen, and if it doesn't, then the links are going to be down in the description. So in the description, pretty close to the top, there's going to be a link for all of these videos of a different place that you can donate to. And it's just a suggestion. It's just to get you out there, like getting involved if you can. And this organization seemed good to me. Their goal is to feed America, the people in need right now in America. And I thought it was a good cause, so that's why I'm calling you to go donate if you can. Kate Maria is saying a Ballinger family guitar. That's a good suggestion. Also, when you sand these guitars, you really are getting into the body of the guitar. So you'll find things like here, it looks like they had some sort of issue with the body of the guitar and they filled it in. So when you see something like that, or when I see something like that, I should say, I know that I'm not gonna do something, I'm more likely to not do something like this guitar here where you can see the wood grain. The nice thing about this one is that it's on the edge like this, so if I did want to do something like that one, the outside of it would be black, and then you would see the grain on the inside. So this could still work for something like that, but that's something that I'm looking for. I don't really talk about that much on the channel. So that's something that I'm looking for when I'm working on these guitars. At the early stage, if I have an idea, like this guitar would be good to do something like what I did with Colleen's guitar, which was paint the whole thing so you don't see the wood of the guitar at all, but you see the wood in the neck. Gabby, can you do a Harry Potter guitar? I would love to do a Harry Potter guitar. There's so much stuff I could do with a Harry Potter guitar. Harry Potter and Star Wars are like 2 things that I feel like I could make endless guitars out of. Like there's so many different, you can make a guitar for every house. You can make a guitar that is like a specific wizard, or you can make a guitar that was like just about Hogwarts. Like there's so much you could do. Let's see, Natasha, thank you so much for your comment here. Let's see what it says. It says, thank you for doing this live stream, Chris. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me today. An avatar guitar with glow-in-the-dark paint. That's from Clea. That is a great idea. Quidditch guitar from Juliana. That's a great idea. Ashley's suggesting a Hawaiian-themed guitar. I'd love to do a tiki-style guitar, carve like a tiki little guy in here, or like, you know, like a tiki bar style guitar would be really, really neat. With some cool carvings in it. That would be really fun. Let's see here. Rachel Wolf, a playbill guitar. That's a fun idea as well. All right. Colosseum for Italy. Let's see. Rona Bloomberg is saying number 1 should have a Colosseum for Italy, and number 2 should have a crown. It should be a crown guitar. That's a cool idea. Starlight Az says, I would love to see a Death Star guitar. You know what? There's a guitar, there's an image out somewhere online. I'm sure if you just searched for it, you'd find it. But somebody made the coolest, like, light up Millennium Falcon guitar, and it is so cool. I'm sad that I didn't think of it first, but I think they did it like years ago, and it's really, really cool. So I would check that out if I were you. If you're into the Star Wars guitars. All right. Wes is wanting me to say, please say thanks to all the utilities workers keeping the country going. I couldn't agree more. And that type of comment is something that I absolutely love. That's what I want this series of videos to be, is people saying, pointing out like, hey, keep in mind these types of people. Like, keep in mind that if you end up in the hospital, to be really kind to the people that are in the hospital, that are taking care of you. They're under a lot of stress. And just remember to be kind to them. Stuff like that, or just remember to stay home, or reminder to wash your hands. Bringing awareness to certain things that people might be overlooking. Those last two are very like everybody knows, but you know, those were just examples. But if you have something that's like, this type of worker is still working and they're doing a really important thing, like the shipping community for online grocery shopping or Amazon packages, the fact that they're still at work and putting themselves at risk, they're keeping us going, and it should get noted and stated that you appreciate those people. So I agree with that. Rachel Wolf, a teacher guitar. That's a good idea. A lot of teachers are trying to do their best to go digital during this time. And I can tell you, as somebody who works from home, but who didn't always work from home, that the transition from working at a place every day to working at home it seems super easy and like it's going to be the best thing in the world, and it's actually a transition. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, I agree. Like, teachers really need some recognition. Maddie, you should do a Ballinger Christmas guitar. That's a really good suggestion. I might do that later on in the year. So yeah, Grace wants an anime guitar. BTW, love you guys. We love you too. I am not that familiar with anime, to be completely honest with you. So I would need to do some research or talk to some people who are really into it to kind of like figure out what would be the best to put on a guitar in that genre. I don't know much about it. Just doing some sanding over here. Hot sauce guitar. That's from Ashley Hoffman. That's a fun idea. My son Jacob actually just made his own hot sauce, and it is so good. It's like the perfect hot sauce. Let's see here. Will you ever do an acoustic guitar? Who's asking that? Miss Maddie. A lot of people have asked me that. I would like to someday, but I don't know that I'm the best woodworker. I'm still learning and still figuring all of that out. And so with the electric guitars, the thing that's nice is acoustically, the shape of the guitar, how the finish on the guitar, all that stuff affects the tone a little bit. But with an acoustic guitar, if you build it wrong, and you don't know if you've built it wrong till the very end, if you build it wrong, it's not going to sound like anything. It's not like you can plug it in and change the sound of it. With an electric guitar, I feel like there's a little more leeway. So I am personally more intimidated by an acoustic guitar than an electric guitar. That being said, I'm up for the challenge. I would love to do it. I'm just kind of working up my chops with the electric guitars first. And then someday I will attempt at some point to do the acoustic guitar. But that one, I feel like that one's like, you've got to study for years to get an acoustic guitar to work well. I might take an acoustic guitar, like an old beat up one, and paint it first before I go into actually building one. And these are kit guitars. I have built some guitars from blanks, which I'll show you a blank. Hold on a second. I'm still here. Don't go away. Okay, here I am. Hi. So this is a blank, a guitar blank. It has sort of the same thickness as these. something like this was cut out of something like this. So this is, I have built one guitar out of one of these. This one has some really cool wood grain on this side. This would make a really cool guitar. So I have this, and I'm waiting for the right project to use it, but this is something that I've done and am looking forward to doing more of. These are kit guitars, so a lot of the carpentry is already taken care of. So I don't have to actually cut all this out. It kind of gives me a leg up, and it's a good way to, if you're really, your main goal is the finish of the guitar, this is the way to go, because it's a lot of the hard manual labor is already done for you. And that's what I'm doing with these guitars, is I'm using a guitar kit that's already been manufactured for me, so I can get right into making stuff that says something, making stuff that that will resonate with people and hopefully inspire them to get involved in their community and beyond, and donate to certain causes. So that's what this is all about. Let's see. Does Jacob ever want to build guitars with you? That's from Tina Marie. I think if I ever build a guitar for Jacob, he'd definitely be involved with it. The thing about the guitar building, today is a rare treat because it's the middle of the day here in California. Usually I'm building guitars after my kids are already in bed. So I don't actually, there's too much stuff for me to do. We homeschool our kids. We work from home. We have another channel, the Ballinger Family Channel. We have, social media things to do. So I don't get to really work on the guitars. This is like a side project for me, like a fun thing that I do. And so I try not to eat into the family time with the guitar stuff. So most of the videos you've seen of me in the garage have been at nighttime after my kids are already asleep. All right, I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm gonna hold it up here so you can kind of see it a little bit. Let's see. Lisa is saying, do a Wally guitar for number 2. This one? You want a Wally on it? I love that movie, by the way. That's a great movie. Great soundtrack to that movie. A lot of Hello Dolly songs. And Louis Armstrong. That whole sequence with the Louis Armstrong, La Vie en Rose is the name of the song. Great choice in music, I think. For Christmas, you should give everyone in your family a guitar. Who suggested that? That's from Lena. That's a lot of guitars. We'll see. I don't know if I could keep up with that workload. All right. This is looking good. This is feeling way better. I love this one. This one, I could see there's some like black splatter there, which is kind of weird. I don't know what that came from, and if I can sand that out or not, or if it's really deep into the wood. Maybe. But the wood grain's really pretty on this one. So I might do something that lets the wood grain show through, at least on the front, and then on the back do something cool. Or on the pick guard, I could do just something on the pick guard and then do some really cool staining on the guitar. I've gotten better at staining since Rachel's guitar, by the way. There's a guitar that I'm working on for somebody. I can't show it to you right now because if they see it, they'll know it's for them. So, but there is a guitar that I'm working on that I did the staining on it, and I'm like really happy with the way the stain turned out. You should do a Galaxy guitar. That's from Emma. That's a good suggestion. A guitar for Actors Fun with Les Mis theme showing the power of the people. That's from Octavia. That's a really good idea. Grace says that she loves my channel. Thank you. A Frozen and a Frozen 2 guitar. That's from Jessica. That's a good idea. Climate change guitar. That's from Kate Maria. That's a good idea as well. Let's see here. Let's do another grit of sandpaper here. I'll go with a finer grit. This is medium as well. Not what I'm looking for. Here we go. 150. Perfect. Kai, can I build you a leather guitar strap? That's a cool idea. Sure. Yeah. I love the if you guys have like a talent and are able to like build things, I want to see what you're building. I think that that's so cool. I love some of my favorite channels on YouTube are maker channels. I love watching people work with different materials and figuring things out. I'm really interested in there's a company that's trying to make like leather out of cactus, and another one that's trying to make it out of mushroom or like fungus, and I'm like really interested in that as a sustainable way of like producing something. I just think that that's really cool, and I'd love to get into that. And then I have a friend that actually owns a leather making shop in Santa Barbara, and I've always wanted to like collab with him and figure out a way of making a guitar strap at some point. But because I'm me, I would like to make it out of like one of those new types of leather that they're making out of plant material, because it just fascinates me. Not for any like particular reason, just because it's fascinating to me that like science is going there. You know, seems interesting. Let's see here. Oh, how about a Canadian theme for a Canadian fan? Hint, hint. That's from Richard Thibault. Yeah, you know what? My kids last night were watching the vlogs that we made while we were living in Canada, like Parker's birthday, and it gave me the feels. I miss Canada. It's a fun place. Yeah, the video they were watching last night was of us going to like Funland or something like that in Vancouver, some theme parky sort of thing, and then we went out to eat, and I was just reminded of like the weather there. It was like when we were there, I think it was nice weather. I hear it gets not as tolerable, but it was kind of wet and kind of cold for us here in California, but it was like great. It's just sweater weather all the time. Everything was like clear and blue, and all the water and trees and everything. And then the food, oh man, the food in Canada is so good. But yeah, I just had memories of working on the show. Someone was asking me what this is up here. This up here says Haters Back Off, Chris Ballinger, executive producer. That's the back of my director's chair from when I was working on that show, Haters Back Off. And we filmed it in Canada and produced it in Canada. And it was just such a cool experience. I feel like with the non-essential stuff kind of being shut down, the entertainment industry in general is hurting right now, as well as everyone else. But there was an industry in Canada, like it was set up for us to come and like work there and make TV shows and movies. And now that they're not letting people go across the border anymore, and they've shut down a lot of non-essential things, entertainment included, there's probably like all my friends that worked on those shows just must be really feeling it right now. So I wonder if there's something to help out those people as well. My main thing is going to be helping out hospitals and people who can't afford food right now or basic bills. I want to help those people out first, but maybe there's a place within this series that helps people that you don't normally think of as like needing help in those times. Because the thing is, like, a lot of people think of movies and they think of the big actors that have these big salaries, or the writers or the executive producers, or, you know, this big money-making machine that is Hollywood. But when I started in Hollywood, I was a PA, a production assistant, and you get paid minimum wage. You're month to month. You're week to week sometimes. And so, and they're the ones that are really working hard, typically. And I actually, little story for you, I got laid off from my job. I was working for a show called Bones, and living in West Hollywood with my wife Jessica, and we had just had a baby. And I got laid off because there was a big writer's strike that happened with the WGA. And that lasted months and months and months. And I ended up completely changing careers. So I know what that feels like and how almost impossible it is to like bounce back from that. I didn't bounce back from it. I ended up changing careers. So I totally understand people that are in that situation, and finding some way of helping them would be great. Let's see here. Delph says, I think it's really important that while supporting medical staff, etc., for coronavirus, we still support the people we normally would, such as cancer research, homeless, charity, veteran support, etc. I totally agree with that. And that's the thing. I'm not going to be able to promote and set up donations for every charity. So don't get upset if my channel doesn't support in this series the charity that you think is really important right now. I would suggest going to whatever charity it is, and you can write a comment, a nice comment in any of my videos saying, hey, just to point out, this is another great cause. And I will like those comments. I think that that is fantastic. I just don't want anyone to get angry that we're helping people because we're not helping the right people. I want everyone to do what they can for whoever they can. I think that we shouldn't be getting angry with each other about that. So I really appreciate your comment. I totally agree with you. There's all of this support system that has already been in place that's getting overthrown by things that are happening because of the coronavirus pandemic. And you're absolutely correct. We cannot let those people get abandoned because there is another thing that's happening. We need to do what we can to support everybody during this time. We're all people, we're all fighting the same thing. And some of us are coming into this in a vulnerable state already. So I completely agree with you there. Maria is asking, what's your favorite part about making guitars? I think my favorite part is giving the guitar to the person. The feeling afterward, after giving it to them, coming up to it, I'm the most nervous wreck ever. And I don't know why. I know that they're gonna be nice to me, but it's like this thing that I've kept a secret, that I have been working really hard on, that I've put a lot into, and then I give it to the person and I don't know how they're gonna react and respond to it. But every single time I've done it, at the end, it's been this wonderful, like, lifting feeling that's just like really great. So I think that's my favorite part. I also really like opening up the guitars, what I'm doing here on the live. I really like that part of it. And then problem solving is really fun as well. So yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Let's see here. Madison, a guitar for farmers. They are keeping us fed. That's a really good option as well. That's really cool. That's a good suggestion. Let's see here. Maria, a science guitar for the people working day and night to create a vaccine for COVID-19. That is really cool. Yeah, they're working on a vaccine. They're working on treatments, and just trying to attack this virus from all angles. And I totally agree. They are working tirelessly, and I really, really do appreciate them. You should do a clapperboard themed guitar. That's a cool idea. That's from Natasha. For the people that are out of work in the entertainment industry. That's a really good idea. Your favorite guitar player right now? That's from Yana. That is a really tough question. There is someone called Shaky Graves who is great, and I really like Dan Auerbach of the Black Keys. I think I'm gonna go with those two as my favorite for right now. But I'm sure there's lots of people that I'm forgetting. But that's a good question. Will you ever do guitar lessons? That's from Alexandria, or Alexandra, sorry. Maybe, I'm not sure. I do enjoy getting the comments. People have said like, you've inspired me to learn guitar. I really want to learn guitar after watching your channel. That's super cool to me, and I would love to support that in some way. I personally don't think that I'm the best at guitar playing. I'm learning how to build the guitars, but playing a guitar, I have a lot to learn still. If I ever did teach something, it would be the super, super basics. Michelle, Brian May, for one, he's giving guitar lessons on Insta. Brian May is fantastic also. I forgot about him. That's another guitar hero of mine. He built his own guitar with his dad, which is super cool. Let's see here. Looking through the comments here, sorry. Do you like Aerosmith? That's from Rebecca Posey. I don't know Aerosmith that well, to be completely honest with you. I do. I think every time they come on the radio, I'm enjoying it. I did have the Armageddon soundtrack as a. I don't remember how old I was when that came out, but I did have that and listened to it a lot, and that had Aerosmith pretty heavily in it because his daughter's in that movie, and so they did that. They had a big hit. It was like their revival of their band's like big comeback was that movie. Total Chicken Pie Soup is saying onions. As a guitar? Is that the question? Let's see here. Haha, in the background we can hear Duncan or Parker. That's from Maria. Yeah, so this door is like, it goes right to outside. And this is the garage, so there's no like padding in here. So if the kids are playing outside, you're gonna be able to hear them. Hello from Glendale, go Oxy. This is from Kai. Thanks for using your gift to help others. You're very welcome. Yeah, Glendale. I used to, that was my old stomping ground. I went to college. The Go Oxy thing was my college that I went to was Occidental, and it was in a place called Eagle Rock, which was right in between Glendale in California and Pasadena in California, which is where the Rose Parade is that happens on New Year's, so I went to college there. So we would either, to go out and like have fun, we would either go to Glendale and go to Porto's and get delicious food, or we would go to Pasadena. And I actually used to do street magic. I'm a magician as well. I used to do street magic on the streets of Pasadena, and that's how I earned extra money while I was in college, was just getting tips from people by me doing magic out on the streets of Pasadena. It's fun. Let's see. Hello from the lockdown in Michigan. That's from Olivia. Hello. Hello from the lockdown in California. Maddie's suggesting the International Diabetes Foundation. I've done some stuff for diabetes in the past. My friends are super involved in diabetes stuff. That would in like fundraising for diabetes. So maybe I'll reach out to them and see what opportunities there are there for this this little series that I'm doing. Caitlin's suggesting a Dungeons and Dragons guitar. That's a good idea as well. Patchia is asking, planning to have another kid. Not planning to, not planning not to. We're just kind of seeing how things happen. Right now in particular is kind of a shaky time. So don't know. Both in the fact that like we kind of have to see where our kids are at and if it makes sense as a family, and then also in the whole like spectrum of the world and what's going on right now. Dell is saying, build a guitar with the help of one of your kids. So personal, watching from England in lockdown. Stay safe over there in England, first off, and thank you for being in lockdown and preventing the spread. My kids, typically I'm building the guitars at night after they're asleep. So there's not really an opportunity, there's not like an overlap there. I'm kind of needed typically with the kids to like help make sure everything's going well. And then, so maybe I'll do that at some point though. It is something that I want to do, especially with Jacob. He seems to have an interest in doing it. Rosie is also from Glendale. Yay, Glendale. Glendale has a mall there that wasn't there when I was in college. And I went to it and I was like, this place is amazing. But I wouldn't go to it now just because we're all in lockdown. But it's the Americana, I think is what it's called. Super cool little place. But when I was in college, we'd go to this little area that had a sushi place that we'd go to. And then they had this like weird frog fountain. There's like 3 tree frogs there and they would spit water over this like little walkway. I don't think it's there anymore. And we also went to, there were like 3 used bookstores on the main street there on Brand Street. And Jessica and I would go in there and spend hours in the used bookstore because we were nerds, but like in an awesome way. Let's see. Amber says, hi from UK, loving the positivity. Shout out to all the small businesses keeping the world going. Yes, big shout out to all the small businesses. I worked for, I own a small business, but I also I worked for a small business before I did the YouTube thing. And I can't imagine being an employee of a small business right now. It must be so frightening. And what I can say from where I am now is that life has a way of working out, and it's you go through these really hard times, and it's really, really hard. But if you go at it with positivity and really try and make the best of whatever situation you have, typically, at least like from what I can say from my life, is that it does tend to work out and does tend to make you a stronger person and have a better perspective on life in general. So, Jared, how are the Ballinger chickens, Chris? Ballinger chickens are fantastic. I'm so thankful for them right now because they are laying eggs, and they weren't laying eggs like a month ago, but now they're laying eggs, and it's like perfect timing. We haven't gone to the store in a long time, especially not for eggs. So our chickens are providing the eggs for us, which is really great. Rosie's saying, I love the Americana. My friends and I used to go almost every weekend. Also, what's your favorite brand of guitar? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I've played enough guitar brands to really have a solid answer on this. Every time I've picked up a Fender, I've enjoyed playing the Fender. Gibson is another company those are the kind of like the big 2 companies in terms of electric guitars, is Fender and Gibson. I've played a few Gibsons that I really, really liked, and then a few that not as much. PRS is another company, Paul Reed Smith, that I'm very interested in. I've played a few of their guitars. They're more higher end guitars, but they play really nicely. They're great guitars. I don't know what brand I would say is my favorite, but I do own 2 Fender guitars, and like I said, every Fender guitar I've picked up, I've wanted to purchase. But I've only given in twice. Let's see here. How long are you going to be streaming? Oh my goodness, I've been doing this for 86 minutes, 87 minutes. Probably another like 5-10 minutes I will be streaming. Thank you for everyone who's stuck in here and commented. I'm seeing a lot of the same people commenting from the beginning of the live stream to now. So you've been with me for like the whole live stream, and I really appreciate it. That's a big chunk of your day. I think Colleen's going live with some benefit today as well, not on her channel, on someone else's channel. Look out for that as well, because she's trying to also do her part and help out with the coronavirus relief. Let's see here. Svinja says, hello from Belgium. You're so nice and such a creative person. I love it. I love the guitars you make. Thank you very much. So what a nice comment. That's so nice. Sarah is saying, hi from Switzerland. Lockdown here too. Do you like bass guitars? So you might notice that there's a bass guitar right here. Oh, I'll get it for you. Ugh. This is a bass guitar. It has a longer neck, thicker strings. The frets are further apart. And this one actually belongs to my cousin Andrew, and he lent it to us to learn how to play it and to see if we liked it. I haven't had a chance to really play with it yet. I did notice that the thing that holds the strap button back here is missing. So I might actually fix that for him before I send it back. But I don't know how to play this yet. From what I understand is that these are the same as the bottom 4 strings on a guitar in terms of the layout of the guitar. So in that way, I could probably fake my way through playing it, but it's a whole different technique on how you hold it, how you play it, how how they're strummed. You don't really strum them. It's more of a picking or a slapping or it's different. It's different, and I don't know it very well. So, but this is going to be probably the guitar that I learn on. So I'm excited to have it in the shop for a little bit and get a chance to check it out. I love Andrew, and this is the second guitar that I've actually gotten from him to learn. My first electric guitar was from him as well. So there's that. So thank you for that question. Let's see here. Oriane Think is saying not bottom 4, but top 4 strings for bass versus guitar string position. Oh, thank you. Didn't know that. Must be why it sounds so bad when I play it. It's the only reason. So I had the strings wrong, not because I have no experience with it. I should be able to play an instrument just by picking it up, right? That's how musical instruments work. Letitia saying, when the shelter in place is over, you should have a jam session with Andrew. That would be a lot of fun. I think we play vastly different styles of music. I think he has learned how to play like metal, and I know kind of like maybe jazzy blues or rock blues. So it's a little different. Question from Rochelle Wolf. How much do the guitar kits cost? They range. They can be as low as like $89. They can be as high as like $500. It depends on where you're getting them, where the kits are actually manufactured and put together. I haven't done any of the higher end guitars. I've done sort of the mid-range and down. And so, and I kind of like doing the lower range ones because it gives me a chance to try and make the guitar better than what I got. And I've also done that with guitars that, so some of the guitars that I've worked on in this channel are not kits. They are guitars that already existed. And so gotten a guitar that somebody got for free and upgraded it and made it a nice playing guitar with a custom paint job. And that I think is a really cool thing to do as well, is to be able to take something that didn't cost much money at all and do it. And I think that if anybody's interested in doing what I'm doing here with the guitars, that would be the place to start, is get a beat up guitar from a garage sale or something like that and paint it how you want it and make it play great and see what you can do. Rebecca, I like your matching Dave and Buster's instruments. Yes, this is Duncan's, this is Jacob's. They won them at Dave and Buster's at one of JoJo Siwa's parties that she threw at Dave and Buster's. And yeah. Do you play any other instruments? KMMM is asking. I play mostly stringed instruments. I have a drum set here. I haven't had a chance to, there it is. I haven't had a chance to play with that. That's mainly Jacob plays that. I have a ukulele. That's kind of what I started on. A ukulele is I think, a great way to sort of introduce yourself to stringed instruments. There's less strings to deal with, and the songs and style that you play on is a little easier to make a sound that sounds like music. You can do really advanced ukulele stuff as well, and I'm not there. Like, I don't know how to do that, but it did kind of give me confidence to work on playing the guitar. I feel like the ukulele was a stepping stone for me to playing guitar, which is what I really wanted to play. And there are some people that just play ukulele, or ukulele, as it's actually pronounced. Sorry to anybody that I offended by saying it in my American accent. That's an instrument that's a lot of fun. And then I have a banjo, and the banjo I'm learning how to play, and I love the sound of a banjo. It's such a cool sound, but I'm not good at it. I am still learning, but mainly guitar. Bailey is teaching herself how to play piano, and it blows my mind that she's able to do that. Sophie, does Bailey still play guitar? I think she's focusing mainly on the piano. Mrs. M, I started on ukulele too. See, it's fun. It's a fun instrument. It's small, it's easy to take places. It's a really fun instrument. I recommend it. I'm actually started teaching Parker how to play it. He's seemed to take an interest in it, so yes. Cora, I love listening to the cello. The cello is beautiful. It's a beautiful instrument. Tina, I'm trying to learn ukulele. Yeah, have fun with it. It's gonna hurt your fingers at first. The thing that I would recommend is find a song that seems easy to play, that you like, because repetition in a song that you enjoy is really gonna be the thing that gets you able to play. Beatrix, I play the cello. I love that you play the cello. What does she use to teach herself? That's from Sewer Sally. I think she's mainly using an app. She has some books as well, but there's this app that like listens to you play, and it gives you notes and like a backing track to play along to, and it'll hear if you play the notes correctly, and it's kind of like a game. And she's gotten really good from it. I don't know what it's called, but it seems like she's doing a really good job with it. It's cool watching her play, listening to her play too. Thank you, Maggie D. Legendary Lydia, I play trumpet, and have you been interested in trumpet? Also, hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. I never played trumpet, never tried to. It seems like a very technical instrument, and I'm amazed at people that can play it well. I'm a huge fan of Louis Armstrong and Louis Prima, who both used trumpet. Louis Prima had a trumpet player in his band, but he'd always play with that person, and I think he played trumpet as well. But I'm a huge fan of that style of music, and I think it would be really fun to learn trumpet. It's just not something that I've had access to or you know, been able to learn. It's also a very loud instrument, so it is hard to practice it in a house with 5 sleeping kids. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna keep working on all 4 of these. So the next videos that you see come through this channel are going to be videos of me working on these guitars. I will choose a theme for one, work on it, give sort of a recommendation on some place that you can donate in each video, also a way that you can reach out and create awareness. And potentially a way that you can get the actual guitar that I'm building, because these guitars are going back out to you guys in some way. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to, please share this live stream. I know it's long. Thank you for everybody who's gotten all the way to the end of it. If you have any more suggestions, please leave them in the comment section for themes that I can do with the guitars, as well as charities or organizations that we should be focusing on with the gift of giving, if we are able to. And give me your stories. If you have a story, if you are struggling in this time, if you need some encouragement, I encourage you to leave it in the comment section. And if you read through the comment section, you see somebody that needs some encouragement, please give them that encouragement with your words. Every little bit counts right now while we're doing this social distancing, while we are combating this virus. And anything that you can do to lift each other up, please do it. Please, what an opportunity that we have in a time where we are so connected with the internet that we can actually encourage each other with our words, with our finances, with awareness, and I hope that this series will give you the opportunity to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday with a brand new video.